Hello guys, this is Andre from Survivalzoneafrica. Thanks for popping in. Guys, this video is long overdue, and believe it or not, this is going to be the third time I'm going to try to do this video. Every time I try to do this video, something interrupts it or so on. But I'm actually indoors today. We're having another heat wave. You know, it's probably around 34 degrees outside at the moment, and it's around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's a bit bad outside. But you know, I get the question a lot, guys, by friends or people that knows me from work, and especially with the hunting season coming up. You know, people often ask me, well, you know, what does your hunting bag consist of? You know, when you go out, what do you carry? What do you take? And I thought, well, let me put it in a video form, and you know, I can always refer them to that. And I sat down and I thought about it, and you know, it's basically going to be the first of a 5-part series. My bag is basically, you know, broken up in 5 different parts when I go, and this is mainly when I go on a backpack hunt, guys. That's not when we go to a lodge. That's when I go into a remote area only by backpack. It's mainly when I'm alone. You know, there might be a hunting friend with me, but we're never more than 2 people. And like I said, mostly I'm on my own, and it's the system that I'm going to talk about now is basically from 2 days up to 5 days, you know. And I'm doing this one first because I really think it's probably the most important one, for me anyway, you know. And it's going to be first aid, guys. And like I said, you know, the items I'm going to show you and that I'm going to talk about, you know, is at the moment they're in the packaging, you know, but when I go, I normally take them out of the packaging and I put them in my bag. Remember, this is only when I do a backpack hunt. So I think it's very important. Another thing, I don't think you will ever be 100% covered for every scenario, but at least I'm prepared for, I think, for most of the stuff. You know, I've got you know, hunting experience, probably close to 30 years experience, and you know, over the years, the different things that happened to me and with some individuals in certain hunting parties, I think I'm pretty much covered. And again, guys, this is not the be all and end all. This is what works for me. This is what works for my system. And like I said, you know, I think there's so much more that you can add. There's so, you know, again, whatever works for you. I suppose the main point I want to make is, you know, guys, be prepared. At least take some sort of precaution. You know, at least have a first aid kit. You know, it's so important. You know, you can get ill, you can get wounded. I know of a lot of people that goes on trips and they don't even have as much as a band-aid, guys. And you know, it's just I don't know, you know, I think it's just stupid. You know, you gotta at least have something. But let's quickly start off with, you know, again, you know, there's such a big scope, you know, when I go, you know, to consider, you know, is am I going to do a rifle hunt? Am I going to do a bow hunt? You know, am I going for plains game? Am I going to be in, you know, out on the plains? Am I going to be in mountainous areas? You know, and there's just so much to consider. And I must say, you know, most of the times I am in mountains, you know, where I'm literally alone for a couple of days on end. And again, like I said, it's only a backpack. So first and foremost, guys, is overheating and hydration. You know, I try to carry as much water as I can. You know, but again, you know, water's heavy, so you know, again, I carry at least, you know, it depends. You know, I normally walk up to what I call a little bit of a base camp, and I would have at least 5 liters of water with me. And I normally, you know, I always look, you know, look for a little bit of a creek or a spring, and then so on, and we take it from there. But water is very important, guys. Along with that, you know, I always take it's a product called Rehydrate Sport. Now again, guys, this is basically just to replace, to revive, and to recover. It's basically, it supports hydration before and during, after exercise. Now again, if you hunt, if you're hiking up a mountain and you're in very, very high heat, trust me, I've been out in a gorge where it's literally 38 to 40 degrees, and that's not Fahrenheit, guys, that's Celsius, so you can work it out. That's extremely hot, and you can get dehydrated so quickly. You can, like this, and you've got a problem. So I like to carry something like this, that I just put in my water as well, and it's not just, it's got a great taste as well, but it's basically packed with potassium, sodium, carbohydrates, and like I said, it's rich. It says it's rich in electrolytes, replenishes energy, supports optimum hydration, and it speeds up recovery. I mean, that's mainly what this is about. There's 6 sachets in a box like this, and then again, guys, the box is a bit bulky, so I normally take out the sachet and just put some in my bag. So that's hydration and and overheating. Another very important thing to talk about, in my opinion, is diarrhea, guys. It can happen to anyone. You can have a bug before you even go out. So again, it's just being prepared, guys. And again, for diarrhea, I normally just take a small box of Imodium. There's 6 tablets that I just, it's small, doesn't take much space. And if I've got diarrhea, then or I pick up diarrhea, at least I'm sorted. At least I've got something. I remember, I've been on a hunting trip many years ago where I picked up a stomach bug, I think before I even went, and I was literally out for 2-3 days not having fun at all, while all my other hunting buddies were all having fun and bragging about all the animals that they shot, and I was literally flat on my back for 3 days. So again, it's just being prepared. Okay, so that's basically Imodium. So that's for diarrhea. Another thing, nausea. Nausea and vomiting. What do I carry for that? Just Galoids. I think it's also just a nice. And again, guys, there's so many different products on the market. This is not the deal. This is what works for me. So Valoid. That's basically for vomiting. Bleeding and cuts. Now, again, for severe bleeding, I will normally take 2 combat tourniquets. Unfortunately, I don't have that with me here at the moment, but I normally take 2. Take 2 with me. What else? Bandages. I like a roll of these elastic adhesive bandage. It's basically 50 mils by 4.5 meters. So it's and again, it doesn't take a lot of space, and again, with the elasticity that this has got, it works well, guys. Along with this, I would also take first aid dressing. I normally take a couple of assortment sizes. This is a 3 and a 5. You can always cut it and so on. So again, stuff that doesn't take up much space. So this goes basically with my bandages. And again, I will always take a few assortment of of band-aids and so on. I always try to take maybe ones that's a bit that's waterproof and so on. But not, I'll take a few. So that's that sorted. What else? Creams. I really believe you've got to have a few antiseptic creams. I've got a few. Germaline ointment. That's a very nice one. And again, guys, it's for minor cuts, scratches, abrasions, minor burns, and even insect bites and insect stings and that. I find that Germaline works very nicely for that type of stuff. Another cream that I find works very well over the years was betadine, and it's an antibacterial and cream. You know, it's basically, again, it treats skin infections, wounds, cuts, and especially burns. You know, if you pick up a burn from whatever, you know, a fire or anything can happen, you can burn yourself, and this worked very well. Another one that goes well with this product is actually burn shield. You know, I always carry at least one of these little burn shield patches, and you know, it's an emergency burn care, and it's basically a sterile trauma hydrogel burn dressing. You know, and again, it's 100 millimeters it's basically 4 by 4 inches. And again, something nice to have. I mean, if you pick up a burn and you don't have anything, rather have something than nothing at all, guys. Wow, what else? Stomach cramps. You know, again, this happens to all of us. You know, we're all human. We all pick up something. We all have stomach cramps from, you know, at some point at least. So again, I carry these tablets. It's called Spasmol. Again, I mean, it's such a small little bottle, guys. I mean, this takes up no space. Along with that, another one, Buscopan, which is also a very good one for the relief of stomach ache, you know, due to cramps and spasms, you know, stuff like this. Let's quickly see. Oh yeah, and you know, antibiotic cream, guys. I really believe in this. This is a Schedule 4 one, so it's a very, you know, it's a Schedule 4 drug, and again, it's basically, this is an eye ointment, but again, it's just something good to have. You know, it works well for cuts and so on, and it is definitely a antibiotic cream. So I always keep one of these inside as well. And then, you know, then I also I throw in a couple of other stuff in my pack as well. You know, for insect repellent. You know, there's so many of these things on the market, guys. I really like Tabard. I mean, you know, it's basically mainly for mosquitoes and so on. And again, you know, space. You know, if you're on a backpack hunt, you know, you're very limited with space. So I carry one of these. I suffer from sinuses, you know, so I always carry just a little nasal spray, Tab nasal spray, that I find works well. What else? Pain, you know, what do I take for pain? Well, again, you know, I'll throw in a couple of you know, aspirin or Adcodol and stuff like that. So always keep a little assortment of painkillers and so on. Again, deep heat also, you know, you might sprain an ankle, and this is just a nice ointment to have for that relief. So guys, yes, like I said, you know, there's so much more you can do, and this is a very small amount of stuff that I carry, but I think I'm pretty much covered for most, you know, small little ailments that you might pick up, and like I said, mainly is for bugs that you could pick up. You know, another one that actually goes into my survival kit is water purification tablets. I keep at least one packet. I mean, I've got two different brands. You know, this is a Steritab water purification. This is basically Aquatab. So I mean, just with these two little boxes alone, I can purify 100 liters of water. So again, it's just being prepared, guys. I mean, you know, and it's so easy. I mean, it's not rocket science. You know, when you go out shopping on a week or whatever, you know, always just I just buy something and I just throw it in my bag. You know, so it's not expensive. So I just think being prepared. I mean, another small thing is just basically Savlon. You know, antiseptic. You know, it cleans wounds. You know, you know, it's just something good to have. A small little scissors like this, it takes up no space at all. And you know, that's basically, guys, what I carry in my bag. You know, it might change from time to time. You know, this is when I go alone. Sometimes my two boys go out with me. They're still very young, and then this whole system might change a bit. you know, in terms to at least accommodate them. You know, my boys are only 6 and 7, so, you know, that they might need different, you know, different medication, you know. So the system does change every now and then, you know. But I think just to be prepared, guys. I think that's the main thing, and I really think you can have the shiniest knife, you can have the best equipment. If you get sick or if you get injured, you know, you're pretty much screwed, eh? So again, I just think it's something that I thought of that was important, and you know, I hope my little input can maybe just help you. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. I just, you know, yeah, you get sick, you know, and you have to be able to help yourself. So guys, yes, thank you. I don't think there's anything else. Like I said, this is going to be the first of a 5-part series. So please, you know, look out for the, you know, for the other videos that's coming. And again, you know, please subscribe to the channel. Check us out on Facebook. And like I said, you know, it was just a quick one on what's in my hunting bag. And yeah, thank you for joining. And until next time, thank you.